Selma is directed by Ava DuVernay and stars David Oyelowo as MLK. Let's get the obvious out of the way. So this is the first time that MLK has ever been represented on the big screen, which is a crazy thought. And David Oyelowo did a fantastic job of bringing MLK to life. He was really good in the speech scenes, but he was actually more impressive in the intimate scenes. And unlike American Sniper, I thought I learned a lot about MLK as a person in this film. The supporting cast is really great. Oprah's in it, and she gives a decent performance, and I thought that was really good. And there's a lot of people whose names you don't know, but you recognize their faces, and you're like, hey, I like that guy. And there's just a lot going for this movie. There are really two stars of this movie. One is obviously David Oyelowo, but I think Ava DuVernay is the true standout of this movie. She's the director, and I don't know much about her career. I know this is like her first big movie, and I think she crushed it. She did a great job. The movie just moves, and it's so well shot. She knows when to hold and when to cut, and I feel like she has a lot of potential and talent, and I want to see what she'll do next because she has a very interesting style, and I think she makes this movie work so well. What I love about this movie is that I'm very hard on biopics because I think they're just sometimes too over the top or they're just not honest. And I don't know about the honesty. I wasn't alive when this happened, obviously. People are saying that LBJ's portrayal isn't accurate, and that might be true, but I feel like this is so understated, which is a good thing. Because with a character like MLK, you could totally make that over the top and unbelievable. But you actually buy MLK. You actually feel he's a person, not just a public figure. And I loved that about this movie. The iconic scenes that were played all throughout the nation are so well shot. The brutality is unflinching and just shows it. It doesn't over Hollywoodize it, and it doesn't understate it to make anyone look good. It's just there, and it's brutal, and it's honest, and I loved those scenes as well. This did something that a lot of biopics don't do, and that's actually puts you in a historical context. A lot of times, the movie could really take place any time of the year if it weren't for the technology, because it just doesn't have any historical context. Here there is. There's Malcolm X's death, and LBJ's policy, and the nation's still reeling from John F. Kennedy's assassination. And I actually felt like this was 1964. Unlike some other biopics I've seen, like The Theory of Everything or The Imitation Game, where I felt like it could literally be taking place at any time. The Imitation Game less so as it's World War II, but what else is happening at the time? I don't know. I just know there was a war going on. What war? It could be any war. It didn't felt like World War II. But I'm not here to review The Imitation Game. If I have any complaints with the movie, it's mainly just that the third act, it loses some of its pace and energy. And, well, I don't really think it becomes bad. It just didn't have that same, quickness and energy. And what made the movie actually kind of fun for a while, which is kind of a weird thing to say. But other than that, I don't have any other problems with this movie. I think it's a very well done movie. Obviously, this is up for opinion, but while I do think this is a very well-made movie, I don't really feel like it's very memorable. Don't feel like 20, 30 years from now, we're going to look back as this is one of the best biopics ever, like The Social Network or something like that. I just feel like it's a really good movie, and I think it should deserve some nominations that it didn't get, but I don't feel like it's as important as it wants to be. So overall, I think this is a really good movie. I wouldn't call it a great movie, and the third act kind of slows down a bit and loses its energy, but overall this is an incredibly well-made film, and the performances are excellent. So I'm going to give Selma an A-. Like always, I want to know what you all think. Comment below. I want to know what you all thought about Selma. And do you think that if you were alive, did you think the LBJ thing was a wrong portrayal? Because I have no clue. And why don't you hit that subscribe button? I have lots of reviews coming in the future. And like always, thanks for watching.